Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic Wednesday. Target, ouch! Target and Walmart, they must be doing the same thing, and it's not working for them. Big move down on Walmart or Target today, just as Walmart was yesterday. These kind of moves on some of these retails is going to definitely affect this market, I think. So um, stay sharp, stay really sharp. The SPY, let's go take a look at that. You can see that we're sort of just kind of hanging in there with yesterday's candle. I've got two lines in a circle up here, and this is what I think about the SPY. And I don't think much after these lines because trying to predict is just crazy. I do believe this area right here, we'll just go ahead and paint this green right in here, those candles. Here, right through there. I think this is an important line. If the bulls can manage to get us up over that area right there, about 413.50, then the bulls have a chance to come up here and retest about that 430 area. On the other hand, if we lose this area right here, which what I'm looking at is mainly this candle here, the third candle or the first candle, depending on how you count a morning star. Candle 1, 2, 3, or candle 1, 2, 3. Looking at the body here, if we fail the morning star, because yesterday we actually confirmed the morning star. If we fail that confirmation, then there's a chance we just flat come back and test those lows. So anything in the middle here, I'm looking at as just absolute noise. Chop, meat grinder, nothing more, nothing less. So anyway, that's what I'm kind of looking at. We may sink down there intraday, but we need to watch how we close toward the end of the day. That's going to be the key. And I do believe that 401.80, 413.50 up here is two key points that we need to watch. And all the guessing and all the charting and all the hoping and all the worry in the world won't make a difference until we get through one of those gates. So let's keep an eye on that. UVXY. We're down here, possible bottom, possible support. We've got yesterday's candle, today's candle. I'm going to take this off real time just for a sec. I want to see what yesterday's candle looks like. Just a down day. Wanted to make sure that, no, wait a minute. That's a doji there. So just a doji yesterday. Let's put this back. So yesterday we closed with a doji, and today we're putting in kind of like an inverted hammer here. These are signs of losing interest in going down right here. These are signs of losing interest. They're absolutely not guaranteed. And it doesn't mean that we can't slip a little bit more to the downside. But when I start seeing candles like this, a doji and then an inverted hammer in here, I start, especially after we've been down from this top 1, 2, 3 gap, 4, 5 candles, then and then support, possible support. I'm thinking, okay, maybe the interest of selling this chart is not there anymore, or at least not as strong as it was up here. So this is where I want to go back to the SPY here. And if you got yourself into a bullish tizzy on this, nothing more than a relief rally, you might want to untizzy real quick. Don't hang on thinking the bulls have got something going here. They don't. They didn't yesterday. They didn't the day before or the day before. All they've got is a relief rally. A relief rally is nothing more than a short-term rally in a downtrend. And until that downtrend is taken out, it is nothing. And the thing to do is go back in history, look at the chart, any chart, and you'll see those relief rallies. And what does it need to do to win? See, little relief rally. Well, what it needs is, and right here, this is perfect. We went below that higher low. We did do that. But that rally rest is perfect. What it didn't do was break out of that high. Same with this one, was change colors. Here we've, actually this one might even be more perfect. Here's a low, high with a hammer. Fantastic, right? High. Here we come down and make a double bottom. What didn't it do? It didn't rally back up through that high. And that's what we need to see. And until you see that, you got nothing but failed hopes for bullishness here. Okay, so there's my sob story. That's my negative. All right. So I've got some long charts and I've got some short charts. Energy, once again, I only have maybe one or two energy, maybe just one up there. Lots of energy. They're still looking good. If you've got some energy charts, stay with those energy charts. Continue to trade them. They continue to work. There's three groups of people that I've noticed. There's the groups of people that trade charts that are trending. There's another group that trade charts that are trying to bottom, come back. And then there's a third group who doesn't care. They sort of trade everything. The group that trades this right here, trending, and we're just talking longs here, trending, you're probably making more money than the group down here. Now, in time, it's very possible that this group down here kicks your butt. It's possible because they're buying these, oversold, beat up stocks down here. And if the market turns and starts just ripping to the bullish side, well, these folks down here, they're going to make a lot of money. In time, this could beat this. Very possible. The trouble is it going to be this month or 6 months from now? We're not talking days here. We're talking months. We're not even talking weeks, months. So the bigger money is made in nice trending charts. Just saying. All right, SLB, remember that all the energies are looking pretty good. Yeah, almost all. We start to break out here. I think this goes much higher. How high does it go? There's all kinds of clever ways to find out how it goes, but just taking round numbers, why can't it get to 50 bucks? Why can't it? Just follow price, follow the trend, and let me turn this noisemaker off. Here we go. Sorry about that. So let's watch for 50 bucks. MOS, this is coming up here. MOS has broken this downtrend here. I like what it's doing. I like the idea of an entry, maybe over that 50 period moving average, but it's going to have to close over that 50. Let's come down here and we're going to look at BBBY for a short. So there's a pop out of the box is a chart pattern that Doug from Right Way Options coined the phrase pop out of the box. And that's what we've got going on here. Nice chart. So here we are down, and then we just start moving sideways. So inside the box can be bought, nothing wrong with that, and breakthrough of the box can be bought. So a nice short setting up here on BBBY. MSTR, here's another one. Long time ago, long time ago, This is a kind of a chart that I would trade long on, and what I was looking at, what I was focusing on, was this. We've had this big move up. In fact, we can even do something like that if we want to. Focus on that. Because, oh man, the buyers have got to be there, right? Wrong. They don't have to be there. Now, I'm not saying they aren't there. I'm not saying that this can't turn around and move back up. But it's also the start of a bearish H pattern. And remember, charts that are in a downtrend, they have relief rallies until they get into resistance, and then that relief rally, bullish relief rally, loses its gusto, and the overall trend continues. So that could be what we have going on here. The neat thing about it that I like, we're right here at the T-line. For you T-line traders, it's pretty simple. It really, really is. We close back over the T-line, you're out of this. Just like that. Use that T-line as your guideline. Shop. Look at shop. Here's another one. See, here's what I would do. Years ago, I would trade bullish engulf at the bottom. Oh my gosh, I've got one that's going to rip. It's going to make money. It's going to be great, right? Wrong. And I'm not saying it can't go up. It could do this right here. In fact, this is what I've seen happen many times. Down, 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 down. Test, and then maybe come up. And maybe even test a little bit more. And then eventually go up like that. So why isn't that a good trade to buy? Number one, it's the first move up. Don't take the first move up, for God's sakes. Here's something that charts just don't do. They just don't go like that. I hear this thing about a V bottom all the time. Charts don't do that. And I'm sure that if you dig hard enough, you will find a chart that did do that. But they're far and few between. What happens when a chart builds a bottom? It does something like this. Yep. And then it does something like this. Yep. And then it might even pop up a little bit more. And then it does something like this. It's building a bottom, constructing a base. So right now, as I look at this chart, the bare minimum to get over the base would be 408.50. Anything below the T-line, I would be to the short side. If we close over the T-line, I don't want to be in that short. I might not want to be long, but I might not want to be in that short. And if we get over 408.50 here, then that base might be doing a little bit better than we anticipated early on. But this first pop, don't be the first. Don't be the young bull moose that runs down the hill. You don't know that story. I'll tell you later. Be the old bull that runs down the hill. Let's do a long here. Let's see, that was shot. Lily. Look at Lily. Lily's beautiful, I think. Beautiful trend. 50 period moving average is rocking. Just a nice steady climb. Who cares about price? We do. We care about price a lot. But price doesn't affect the 50 period moving average. The trend, the 50 period moving average trend, is still working. So for that, we don't care about price. When we go to buy the position, that's when we care about price. Is price doing what you want it to do? Well, here we come off the 50, and there's that first move. Don't chase the first move. And look at that base that it built. Doesn't it make sense that that line right there, over that line, would suggest that that base is finished? Well, here you are, over the base and testing the base. I think Lily is looking pretty good here. Back below the base would put you where you would not want to buy it. So your stop is really easy. I'd probably lower that actually a little bit. Maybe, yeah, it's right there, right to the T-line. Coke is acting very good. Once again, See that big pop? Big pop. Don't chase it. We went nowhere for umpteen days here. Absolutely nowhere. We went way back down, picked up some buyers, and now we've broken out over that base. Again, don't jump after the first little pop. Boom. Pull back and test. Now Coke might be ready to go. Let's look at American Express. American Express looks like a short trade to me. You've got that bearish H pattern. And if I'm wrong, that's okay. If I'm wrong, then I've got the tools to tell me that I'm wrong. I guess if I'm wrong, let's paint that green. There we go. And if you're wrong, then why couldn't you reverse that to maybe a bullish trade? Of course, I would want it to be over that high right there. It could turn out that that's the low. We could even call that a low and then a high. We could call that a low or a high and a low. But it's going to have to move over that top to be bullish. Under the T line, I'm going to look at that as bearish. It's bearish. What is this? Delta. Delta? Yeah. Look at Delta. Delta's acting pretty good. Here we pop up over the 50, over the 200, holding well. Nice inside day today. Nice inside day. I like that. Looking good here. I don't think I would really want to be long until we broke out. But if we do, that just might be a nice long trade. Lift. That should be a short. Yeah. So here's lift. Big move to the downside. Here's all the dip buyers coming in thinking they've got themselves a real hot dog of a chart. Well, is it? You got to remember, charts just don't do this whole thing like this. And in this market, we could see a lot of that in this market. And what could cause that? Putin could have a heart attack. That might cause that for a while. Somebody could discover the perfect mineral to run where we no longer need power. Just put this water and this mixture of salt or whatever in your gas tank, and your car will run forever. Sure, things like that. Just those things. It's not going to happen. That could happen. Yeah. So what do you think the chances of all that happening are? Slim to none, right? So all the people down here buying these dip buyers thinking they're getting a hot shot bottom. Remember, bottoms are created. They're created. And if this is the bottom, it has to create a base. All houses have a foundation. Stocks are the same way. They've got to have a foundation. We'll do one more and then take off. Gilead is still holding up. Gilead's been on the watch list for quite some time. We finally broke out yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. Looks like we're holding up inside day. Let me lower this just a little bit. Try to grab a bunch of those. See how we built a base? And now we broke out over the base. Right in here is part of testing the base. That's quality right there. If we move back below the base highs, it tells you everything you need to know, like not be in the position. As long as we stay above that base, it tells me to stay in that position. I'm not in this position yet. All right, everyone, have a great, great Wednesday. Remember, today at 2 p.m., Ed will be hosting the LTA workshop on scanning. Look, even if you don't use a scanner, you will learn so much about scans in general that it's well worth it. It's a great hour. So I hope to see everybody over there, okay? That's 2 p.m. Eastern today. Thanks a bunch, everyone. We'll see you here in a few minutes.